be
Mine
Hey.
was just going to be they want Kamala Harris to be president.
Did you call her Camilla?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God.
He did.
I don't even know that I've ever even heard her name pronounced. Like, what is her name? What is her name?
Kamala.
Kamala?
Carmela?
Is it Carmela? Is it Kamala?
Camila.
Carmela.
Camila.
You're not calling her Camila.
Cabela? Camila Cabela?
Kamala.
How do you pronounce
Oh, you're Googling this right now?
Camila
Oh, yeah, do
Harris?
the voice
Camila,
thing.
you say
Camellia. You say Camila, I can say Kamala.
I don't.
This is about control, everybody knows, everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros, I don't need a plane, I just hit the road, I do what I want, I can't sell my soul, market about to crash, this is what you chose, ruining the country, I think that's the goal, you gon' take the mark, I take narrow roads, I'm a man of God, I can never fold.
All right, here we go. Welcome. What are you doing? You have anything else to say?
No, I didn't know you were starting. I was gonna...
All right, well, you just tell me when you want me to start.
And go.
All right, here we go. Ready? Welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and this is my little swimmer and co-host.
Like a sperm, like a small sperm.
You're a little swimmer. And of course, my lovely wife, Lindy. Welcome to the show, honey.
Hello, thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot I jumped right in where we talk whiskey business, friends, family, and freedom. Holy shit. This
I remember my first time.
shit. Should we start over?
Nope.
No way.
No.
I fucked up another intro. Listen, man, it's part of the game.
We need
Yep.
to simplify it.
Fucking
for
up.
you.
In
Small
fact-
brain.
Let's jump right into that real quick. Fucking up, part of the game. I made a post about this today. Now everybody knows when it was. So I'm sure most
Before
of
you
our
get started,
listeners know.
do you want to do the drink thing? You don't want to hold that off, do you? Sorry, maybe you do. My bad.
Maybe
I'll
we
shut
ought to
up.
start over.
No, this is good. It's great.
All right, Zach, what are we drinking tonight?
I don't know.
Or today, this morning? What are we drinking today?
Second Glance American whiskey.
Where's that
You're drinking
from?
that?
I mean, I'll drink that too.
Well, why are you grabbing a different one?
Because you were taking way too long, and I'm ready to drink.
Sure.
I'm ready to drink, bro.
This is undrank so far. So I feel like
I'm ready. Let's do it. It's an American whiskey. Where's that out of? I don't know anything about them.
Either do I.
Well, good thing we're
Vallejo,
prepared.
California.
Oh, California. Pour it back in. Fuck it. Let's send it back to California. Communists
Second
out
Glance
there.
44%.
We don't do anything California on this
You can't
show.
assume that what kind of whiskey that is. That'd be wrong.
That's right. We should not assume that whiskey's gender or location.
And I'm going to put
I'm
my
sure it's
wine
a
away.
source product. Probably
want
comes
this?
from MGP anyway.
Do you want some of this?
You're drinking whiskey, honey?
I am.
That's what I'm talking about. Fill her up.
Had a glass of wine and now I'm drinking a glass of whiskey.
Oh, you're getting drunk.
Today's my Friday.
She got the next 5 days off. She told you that.
Dude, that's incredible. All right. Well, salute. Cheers. Let's test this delicious. Be careful with the
She
crystal
came in
glasses.
I did not come in hot.
She
Sorry.
came in smoking.
Yeah, she's
don't
already
know.
had a glass of
Oh,
wine.
yeah, it was that wine. Anyway, welcome to the show, team.
we
Squad. Ian, welcome to the
Burns
show,
my
buddy.
nose
Yeah.
so far.
And then just to make sure we get back on track, Matt, you were going to start talking about fucking up.
Oh, yeah, thanks, bro, for getting me back on, because you know I would have moved right on past that.
That's good.
I like it.
That is good.
That's good.
Let me see that. That's pretty darn delicious. Well, you guys are right. Your palates are.
That
I
was
remember-
my first drink too.
I remember a
I'm not.
time.
I can't quite narrow them down yet, but
me
I'm
either.
getting there.
You
I
don't
feel like
have
I'm
to.
getting there. I feel like I'm
If
getting
you
there.
can know that I like that,
It's not spicy.
No, I didn't have a bad kick for sure. It's 88 proof, so
Ian, remember where I was, because I'm gonna
The studio.
No, remember where I was.
he's pausing.
Produced and bottled, so it is a California whiskey. Good, good for them.
Very good, people.
That's the
go,
first good thing to come out of California since.
Go buy Second
the
Glance
49ers.
whiskey.
I get it.
Yeah, Ian, hold my thought.
Holding.
Zach, you mentioned not knowing. So whiskey notes. It first of all, people who know whiskey like that, they're trained. Like they practice a lot. They do tastings and they do sensory schools, education in it in order to get those notes and those seasoned
So I
palates.
shouldn't feel ashamed of myself.
You shouldn't feel ashamed. But that's why I looked. I was like, oh, both of you just identified a good whiskey like with enthusiasm, which means You're at least understanding what you like and don't like.
Can I
which is
consider
step
myself a
one.
connoisseur yet?
I don't give a shit what you do.
Oh, I don't want a false label. It's like stolen valor. I can't.
Who's going to tell you you're not?
Actual connoisseurs,
What are they going to say?
you're not a connoisseur.
Say, prove it.
They'll be like, tell
I
me
am in
some
my-
of these notes.
You're
I'll
going to be like, I don't know.
oh, fuck.
There was that one short bottle with the pictures on it with the guy wearing a tie.
You ever heard of second glance?
That shit is
motherfucker?
that
And
shit
it
is
was
good.
88 proof,
That's right.
right?
You know enough about it.
44%
She's
alcohol.
got gangster.
Listen, you guys.
88 proof.
Yeah, she did. Listen, you guys are probably know more about whiskey than 99% of the
I
population.
100% do because of you.
On accident.
Yeah, not on purpose.
All right, Ian, where was I?
You were talking about fucking up.
Okay, fucking up. Fucking
Your
up is
intro.
part of the game.
Your intro.
The intro. I fucked up the intro. It's part of the game. So we got started with the podcast. I got started with all my businesses, which is part of the reason why I didn't go into the childhood education business. So you'll remember, you obviously do. Remember I was going to open the school and I was very serious about it. Like I got most of the way through the process and then all of a sudden it dawned on me that, hold on a second, this is the stakes are a little higher when you're dealing with youth education. You don't want to go starting a school and then just kind of figure it out as you go, because sometimes it takes a couple years to figure it out, and a couple years of a child's education is a really big deal, and we learned that obviously with COVID. Are we allowed to say COVID on this show?
The C word.
Just not midgets.
Oh, that's right. We're not allowed to say midgets.
What
Anyway.
What if a midget gets COVID?
Shut your mouth.
Boom. Done.
Yeah, we're not talking about it here. We're gonna have to go off the air, and we'll talk about it. So, anyway, what I wanted to say was, effing up is part of the game, man. It's just part of it, and it's okay. It's okay to do it. I made a post earlier about one of my guys in my level 10. Every day we have a company-wide meeting. It's not a level 10. I'm sorry, my 11:11. We have a company-wide meeting at 11:11 every day. It's an 11-minute meeting at 11:11. We have one person who kind of moderates the meeting. It rotates daily, and then one person at the end is assigned for like a daily shout out or whatever, like a cheer. They usually do a quote, and the quote today was something along the lines of, all you got to do is have the courage to achieve your goals, and you could achieve your goals. Have the courage to get started. And I was like, courage? So I, of course, diced that up. And I hated the fact that they used the word, or that quote says courage, because it glorifies it. It almost comes with this like negative or scary connotation along with it, that like you have to overcome something. And the reality is you just have to understand that you're going to do shit no matter how much you prepare, and you're going to fuck up, and then you just fix it. So I went on a little tear on how it's important to just forget about courage. Like just have the understanding, the knowledge and the understanding that it is part of the game. And then here we are on episode, whatever, 19, 18?
19.
Episode 19.
Woo!
Still fucking
can't
up
get an
the
intro.
Welcome. Fuck. Again, I messed up. But
Maybe we need to reevaluate the intro.
We were just
That's what it
we were
is.
just kind of on one before we started, so I feel like you just were too excited.
yeah.
That cold
Yeah, I
shower.
did.
That cold shower fucked you
Cold
up.
shower
Dude.
gets you every time.
Too hyped.
I was pumped. I came out of that cold shower ready to record a podcast.
Well, you're probably pumped because all this merch that you're pumping out.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So
We'll
we don't-
give the link.
Oh, you're not
Maybe.
talking about it, I guess.
No, we'll
Right.
talk about that. I'd
I
love to
didn't
talk
mean to
about
bring
it.
it up.
No,
You,
I don't know what to
you
say about it.
glossed right
we just
over
can't
it.
give the website quite yet because we don't have. We'll have enough soon.
Yeah,
We
let's
got-
talk about the merch.
Gave a limited release, and now you're busy out your ass.
We did a limited release.
Now we got to do that whole thing called follow through.
Right. So here's what I want to say about the merch. Number one, we have collectively some of the coolest friends and coolest supporters. Like the people we talk about on this show, surrounding yourself with, we are fucking experts in that.
No, for sure.
The people we have that listen to our show, our friends, our family, our supporters, are the people you want to be around you. They are the ones that drive us. They are the ones that support us, and it's required. And even I underestimate how badass our circle is until I do some shit like launch an apparel brand and do a soft launch and literally sell out of shit that I thought we had overstock on for a
We thought we'd have for months.
right. I was concerned. I'm like, I don't want to sit on too much inventory early on. Who's going to do it? We sold out. And of course, in our shop, I listed, keep selling, even if it's sold out, because I can, I'm always going to be in the process of getting more. But I listed keep selling it. So we oversold several items in our soft launch. We haven't even made it public. So I sent the link to probably 40, between 40 and 50 people.
I counted like 53 from what they
No.
counted on.
No, those people shared it. I did not send that. There are people that I don't even know that have the link, and it's because our people were like, yeah, go buy this shit. So he screwed me over. But we oversold.
Thanks for that, though, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kidding. We oversold. I
Seriously,
just
that was for you, fuckers.
Yeah. They were doing me a solid. People, anyhow, it was a huge success early on. We are now packing orders, sending orders.
Our kids are getting to work.
Our kids are getting to work. It's a really fun and cool experience. My wife and I had a conversation, last night and today. We weren't together when I did the launch. She was in Des Moines. I was here. So we were texting back and forth like, holy shit, these orders just keep coming in. And every time the app gets an order, it goes ching, 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 ching. And it's like, holy crap. No, yeah, we ain't making that much money on it. I fucked up some of the shipping stuff. I promise. Anyway, but it was obnoxious how awesome the support was on the launch, and I can't tell everyone how much I appreciate it. And it's humbling. Lindy and I talked about it again when she got home today. How cool it is that we launched this brand and people are just like, yes, send it. There's probably another 20 or 30 people that in the last 24 hours have requested the link that I haven't sent it to them yet because I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to fulfill the orders. And I don't want to fail everyone.
We don't want to get any bad reviews.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, I just thought about this because I've seen a couple of things go around Facebook, like the memes lately, and it's like, keep your circle small. But I am a true testament of, we have a pretty broad circle of friends who I just trust and love that are, I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. I can't talk.
Cry it up. It's
but
fine.
it's just like, I truly believe that like they have our best interest at heart, and we have the same for them.
Yeah. A lot of people support us. It's pretty cool. We got a lot of cool
awesome.
people.
It's because you guys are awesome.
Well, you're a part of the support.
Yeah.
Not really. They're mostly your
Yes, you
friends.
are.
I
Well,
got some of them.
Everybody wants to know who Zach is.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
Single.
So anyway, the merch launch was cool. We've got more shit coming. I've got we're doing a custom coffee blend. So we're gonna have our own.
Oh, I didn't even hear about
Protect
that.
Your
I was
Purpose
gonna say.
Wow.
coffee. You didn't know that,
No.
dude?
I didn't know that either.
I guess I should have told you guys. Yeah, we've got a couple things. We've
Guess
got
you
so
missed
we've
that
got
in the monthly meeting.
we've got glassware. Again, this was just a soft launch. We're literally so for all the people who are listening who haven't gotten the link yet, we'll get it to you. You can probably find it if you wanted to. And if you're really that interested, just message me and I'll give it to you. But the soft launch was literally just to see if we can get the website is up and
Anything
running.
off the shelf.
Yeah, just get anything off the shelf so we can get a process going to make sure that our process that we have set isn't going to fail and get things done. And it turned out that a soft launch turned into quickly, literally full-time job fulfilling orders. So I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. There's a lot of new shit coming. We're going to launch different colors.
Models.
Different.
We're going to get different pictures on the website.
Yeah. So big ups to all my people, all my close friends who went on that website and told me, hey, dude, your pictures suck. You wanted
Pictures
feedback.
are whack.
I know, you fuckers.
Really?
That's why Oh, the pictures.
Oh,
I
they're
took them.
terrible. Yeah, they're
I
bad.
took them-
We knew it when he was doing it.
I
took
took
those
them on a
ones of me off,
whiteboard.
right?
No, there's still a couple of you on there. Oops.
Oh,
Oh well. You were not awful though. Your pictures that you were in looked amazing because you always look amazing.
Is
I
she
did-
on there?
You're gonna have to go check it out.
I did. She wasn't on there.
Scroll to the other pictures. There's like two
There's a
pictures
hidden-
on
there's a
some.
hidden
There's like
file.
hidden pictures. Yeah. So I took a couple pictures of Lindy wearing the gear and put them on there. She's like, "You better take those off."
those were the worst. Anyways,
Yeah, I think you look great. Anyway, so the soft launch turned into a big deal, and we're gonna have more shit coming out.
Hell yes.
So stay tuned for the next launch or for the next rollout of the next merchandise. We've got more hats similar to these. We launched with a non-flat bill, which, by the way, you guys didn't notice, did you?
I actually did know this.
Yeah, that was on purpose because
purpose.
Most people don't wear flat bill or what?
no, it was because the only people that had any kind of protect your purpose merch was flat bills because that's all I wear. The flat bill snapback type. So I decided I was going to get some trucker hats out and some other people's style because if not, because I've literally given people hats. They're like, "This is really cool, man. I appreciate it, but I do not wear this
Never
kind of
gonna
hat."
wear
A
that.
Not
lot of
gonna
people
wear
don't
this.
wear that kind of hat. That's
Correct.
why I'm glad you went with the trucker hat
Yeah,
first.
so I figured I'd throw
You
that
need to have
out.
options. Though.
Yeah.
Should have worn that tonight.
It's not too late. We got one right out the door.
No, it's okay.
So anyway, we're going to do coffee. We've got custom glasses coming, some stickers, keychains, a bunch of other apparel that we're going to drop throughout the weeks. But we're going to do one main drop every month for a new article of clothing. And then ultimately, when we open our retail shops,
Bumper stickers.
bumper stickers.
That,
Oh, like
those don't
window
exist
stickers?
There's a
anymore.
book that I read that Matthew McConaughey wrote, and it's all about bumper stickers and how it literally tells a story of the person.
Wait a second.
What?
Matthew McConaughey wrote a book all
Yes.
about bumper stickers.
It's not all about.
Yeah, I missed
It was like a
Good catch.
It was like a chapter or two about how much bumper stickers tell who you are.
Those don't exist anymore. That's
Bumper
not
stickers?
a
Oh, shit.
thing, is it?
Bumper stickers? I
serious?
mean, they don't put them on bumpers as often as they do back windshields.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
dude,
window
piss on
stickers.
Ford.
Window stickers.
Yeah.
Piss on Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are bumper
Any
stickers.
of those.
I mean,
But I mean, the
in that
hippies still have
category.
bumper stickers.
Yeah, and they're freaking
But there's,
VW
like-
bugs and
Yeah, and they're Volkswagen and they're Subarus. We got a dear friend who drives a Subaru. He's got all sorts of, bumper stickers.
tells a story about who he is.
Yeah.
How many members of his family?
Oh,
That's right.
Stick
That's right.
figures.
yeah.
I got to tell you,
It's delicious.
good.
It's dangerous.
I'm gonna pour some more in here because I don't want to run out.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to pour you some more?
'Cause
BJ,
we're about to get heated in
BJ
here.
and Kristen Winton
You got a little
this. They got
Oh.
me.
You got more than me.
Oh, what are you
Okay,
jealous?
Kason.
That's what my son does.
Yes.
Oh, even? Hold on.
Now you need more.
Well, this bottle's going to be gone pretty quickly. So we've got a program coming out also. One more thing I want to talk about. We've got our program. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about our
Yeah,
program.
don't do that yet.
Nope.
You're good.
Premature. We got lots of cool shit, man. This is going to be a badass year.
It's a hell of a ride.
Yeah. Thanks for being on it with
Hey,
us,
thanks
dude.
for taking me.
Yeah, all of you. Ian, thanks for all that you do for us, bro, for the brand.
Thank you for letting me quit my job and bringing me on.
He sure did. I didn't let him. He just did that. He basically showed up at my
then you-
house.
That's
With
And
a
was like-
suitcase.
Yeah. He's like, hey, man, I quit my job, and I hope it's cool that I'm full-time now. So,
We
wanna
can,
get
we
s-
can talk salary. Whenever
yeah,
you're
whenever
ready.
is fine.
There actually is some truth to what he's saying. So
Oh,
he
yes.
agreed to essentially bringing me on, but he had to work out details like business wise.
The financials.
You know, all those things.
And he's like, yeah, man, I don't know. It might be a little bit. And I come in next, I'm like, hey, man, I put in my 2 weeks. And
That's how I
they
did it.
they told
Figure
me
out.
that I could just go.
Dude,
so
how about that?
I'm yours now.
Figure out your financials.
How about that? I hardly agreed to him quitting his job and coming on. Then he goes and submits his 2 weeks notice.
Resignation.
And then they say, you're good. And they send him home. He's like, so I start today. And I'm like, Ian,
This is not what we talked
this
about.
is not nothing.
You're welcome.
Yeah, here we are. Fuck
Yeah,
it. Worked
shit or
out.
get off the pot.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen anyway. It doesn't matter. You kidding me? Dude, more often than not, when someone puts in their 2 weeks notice, we say, you know what? It takes a real champion to work out your 2 weeks if you put in notice.
And give a shit.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, just because of that reason. Like most people are like, well, I'm
You're already
checked out.
Yeah.
It's over. Like unless you have, a right seat ride or a battle handoff of information needs to happen, or you're a really key component to a business, we're usually saying you're good today. Just turn in
Adios.
your stuff. Yeah. But anyway, all right, what else are we talking about? Zach, what do you got for us? I see you
Are we doing so?
got notes.
What the way forward is we're gonna hopefully start putting out 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
So the first one episode will be, interesting topics throughout the week, and then hopefully a guest episode, which have gotten a lot of positive feedback and traction. So we want to start doing more of those. And today just happens to be a interesting topics episode.
Interesting topics, current events.
Current events.
What are we calling this thing? What are we calling this
know.
thing?
Not CTI.
Not
Surf
CTI.
the motherfucking web, I think is
Yes.
what
Yes. What do they say? Never mind. Anyway, we got to stop talking.
Whoever
about them on
they
the
are.
podcast. Fuck them.
No, I do appreciate them, though, so we can talk about them.
Not only, do we appreciate them, or do I appreciate them? I speak for us.
Priscilla, that's who we're talking
Yeah, Frisella. They were, a lot of our inspiration
Yeah,
To-
100%.
to do this. So yeah, and credit where it's due. And he doesn't he doesn't give a fuck.
No, he does not give a fuck about us.
Listen,
for sure.
cruise the
He would
internet
actually
as a-
probably appreciate we're using our voice.
That's the goal,
in,
man.
In a similar fashion. So,
That's the goal.
Yeah.
And we're basically selling the same amount of merchandise as him at this point.
100. Yeah, probably more.
So,
would be my
when you
guess.
see a shirt on the street that says First Form, you'll probably see one right next to it that says Protect Your Purpose.
So,
Oh God.
my inspiration comes from scrolling Twitter, where you can find almost anything. And
Okay.
when I was scrolling a couple days ago, a common theme kept coming up. And
So
was like,
hold on, sorry.
start over.
I asked
Don't say tasks.
I asked Zach, and then I tasked him. I asked Zach if he would prepare current event topics for the show prior to the show.
Correct.
And what you're saying is you didn't prepare shit. You went on Twitter? I'm just kidding. So what you're saying
That's
is
all the preparation you need. Have you ever
Kidding.
been on
Yeah,
Twitter?
Twitter is a machine. It's an information machine, yes.
Yes.
And it's a current events information machine. It is literally the current events information
And
machine. It's fucking nutty.
And I try to follow a little bit of everybody.
Sure.
So I'm getting everything. and
Balanced.
can form my own opinions, hopefully. But there was a
Imagine
common
that.
theme coming up when I was. So I actually have 3 separate article headlines here that all talk about the same thing, and we can dive into each one if you want, or we can just talk about the subject at hand. And this is what I was talking about beforehand. About we've talked about similar things though, so it's fine. Here's the 3 headlines. Okay, are you ready?
Headlines. Let's go. We should call it headlines. I think Jay Leno or somebody already did that.
That's who we want to emulate.
Yeah.
I might have the chin for it, I guess.
You do kind of got a Leno-y chin
Come
there.
on, it ain't that
Leno-y.
bad.
Hey, Ian, next podcast, remind me.
Jay
Leno
looking,
chin.
Jay Leno looking motherfucker.
Mhm.
All right. Here we go. Gay couple charged with molesting and pimping out their sons.
Oh, yep. I saw this too.
Hold on a second. All right, go on. Sorry.
We could stop.
I mean, is there another headline that is in the same...
They're all similar. Yeah.
It's the same story?
Oh, no. Different stories. Same.
Okay. Let's stop on this one. Read the headline again.
Gay couple charged with molesting and pimping out their sons.
This
So
is a
here,
true
essentially, William and Zach Zullock adopted 2 kids.
Okay.
They're currently 9 and 11. All right. They are currently charged with incest,
Allegedly.
aggravated sodomy, aggravated child molestation, sexual exploitation of children, and prostitution of minors. They've pleaded not guilty. If you read any of the articles, the evidence is pretty overwhelming. I mean, we're talking like Snapchat, we're talking videos, we're talking other people who have said they've solicited them to have sexual relations.
How old are these kids? Not that it matters.
They're 9
9
and
and
11
11
right now.
This is national crazy news.
So there's been a lot of blowback from the as there should be, the adoption agency that gave these, because according to some of the articles, one of the dudes, Zach, had already been charged with raping a child before. I don't know the details of that case or anything. All I know is what's going on in this one. But they were on Snapchat soliciting their children, talking about what they're doing to them. I'm not going to go into. Use your imagination.
Ugh.
It's probably just as bad as what you're thinking.
Bro, that's a twisted.
That's
sick.
what I told you, dude. It was some seriously fucked
That's
up
sick. And
situation.
and we all know who they are. They are trying to normalize this.
Let's next topic, next
rock
article,
and
real
roll.
quick. Madonna accused of child trafficking in Malawi. So she
I wonder
owns a charity called Raising Malawi, where I think it's helps orphans and children in need through health and education programs. Right.
They all do this shit, dude.
So
the Gates Foundation, they all do this shit.
And Ethiopia World Foundation, basically said we need to shut this down because all she's doing is creating, this organization was created to host social experiments on vulnerable African children. She's adopted 4 of her own. One who she constantly dresses up in women's clothing and puts makeup on, and
Of course.
and that same one, there's controversy over that adoption because apparently the dad was still in the picture, and they basically just like snatched the kid up. I didn't read too much into that part of the story,
Sure.
but there was something going on where the child probably wasn't supposed to be adopted, and Madonna just got the adoption.
Stole the child because
Essentially.
she is part of their sick and twisted
Ring.
pedophile elite ring.
And then apparently, even after that came out, they had just, I think it was Vanity Fair, posted like an article with a bunch of pictures of her with like dead baby dolls and stuff. And
Yep.
so like, it's just like you said, dude, they're all involved. It's everybody. And they're pushing it and trying to normalize it and make it so we don't get as outraged when we see this stuff because it's all over the
Like
place
you've
now.
said
That's right.
in the past, it's so hard to even imagine that Hollywood or that these certain individuals would do this.
Yeah.
But once you realize that it is happening, it's
And do you ever think about like those actors that were like big for a second and then just disappear? Like,
Yeah.
don't ever like. What if it is you get to a certain point in Hollywood and they're like, you're either on this shit or you're not, dude?
we have verified that it is that way.
Bro, we
Oh yeah, you guys met
Yes.
a famous actor.
And who is getting out of acting because of that?
this has been called a conspiracy theory for how many years?
Man, this is
10
going
to 20
so
years?
shadow banned.
10 to 20 years.
Nobody's seeing this.
Think
episode.
about the other conspiracy theories that have now come to light over the last 24 months.
Dude, if you would have asked somebody like 20 years ago if Catholic priests were raping little boys, they
Of
would have
course.
fucking laughed at you.
And guess what? It is a known fact.
Right.
Convicted.
Same
Rapists.
thing, dude. Same
Yep.
thing.
Yep. It'll all kind
Dude,
of
At some point, it's all gonna,
Right.
everything's gonna come out.
Understand that it is happening, and then ask yourself at least why. And if you're interested in a really good perspective, Rogan interviewed Dr. Phil, who I thought was like likely that he was a raging liberal and probably off his fucking rocker. I assume he actually probably still is. But Rogan and Dr. Phil, it was a really, if you can deal with Rogan's microphones, because Dr. Phil swallows and he like drinks water in his microphone, and the audio is so crisp. Ian, make our audio so you can hear my throat.
Roger that, Batman.
Get the Joe Rogan audio.
But yeah, listen to that Dr. Phil episode or watch it, whatever. He touches on that. And Dr. Phil gives kind of a non-conspiracy theorist answer as to why he thinks some of this stuff is going on. And they touch on a lot of topics, and you could tell Rogan is like, yeah, but he's fishing. He's like, you think that? And they end up having a really solid conversation, and ultimately Dr. Phil comes to the same conclusion. Like, yeah, it's a fucking plan. The only question is, why? It's obviously intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it intentional? What is the fucking... What's the outcome they're seeking? Nobody is fucking okay with that. You know how many people from one of our last episodes where we talked about that book and grooming our children?
Right.
You know how many people I had reach out to me and tell me how disgusted they were that book existed, were confused that anyone would send that to me and my children and us? Like, mind-blowing. But it infuriated people. People are outraged at shit like that.
Okay. I agree with that, but in the same breath, there are a lot of people who agree with that. And I think that's what's hard for people.
Because they're being programmed. They're being desensitized to it. That's what this whole thing is. They know people. You come near my kids. You want to talk about protecting your purpose? You come near my kids with a microphone that you have at your junk pretending it's your dick and watch what happens. I'm willing to go to prison for the rest of my life. Okay. I'm willing to, like...
This is getting... very dark.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Here's what I'm going to say on this. And I don't want to go down this path, but I will tell you, there are people who are going to be desensitized. There are going to be people who are able to be groomed. There are going to be children who are going to believe that this is normal behavior. Okay? But the vast majority of men out there, specifically men who have children, who are protectors and who take their job as the leaders of their family and protectors very seriously, come near their fucking kids.
Oh,
you want
moms too, dude. Women too, for sure.
We haven't even gotten to the moms yet, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a whole other level.
That's a different element. There are people who are being converted. The only way around, they know this. They know that the fathers are the men, the masculine men that they're trying to beat down, okay, and take away their masculinity and absolutely vilify their masculinity. They know that they are the ones that are going to stand up and are strong, that are going to fight and physically do this and that. But, you know, they know what men are capable of. They know men are going to lead the revolution. They also know the other element, that the mama bear, like there is an element, a switch where women turn into the most vicious and across all species. When you go near their children, women turn into the most vicious and violent people with no care except for that of the protection of their children. They know that if they continue on this without a desensitizing campaign, without a grooming campaign, without years of this going into order, that if they fuck too hard with our kids, they're going to lose it all. And that's what this is, man. It's a little bit of rollout. I don't know who wrote this article, but I also look at those articles and say, is this propaganda? Are these intentionally released as the desensitizing campaign to get us used to it? Why aren't people losing their shit already? Like that alone should have Madonna's fucking head on a stick like she has on it's.
So I went to do research on this. I just Googled.
Why you got to bring this topic here to?
I just
We're
Googled
such a fun-loving podcast.
I just Googled Madonna, assuming that would be what came up. Nothing about it, dude.
Yeah,
I had to Google Madonna's child trafficking to find it in detail. Nothing about it at all if you just search Madonna.
Yeah, man. You have to stand up again. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're purple, you're brown, you're green. I don't care if you're gay, if you're a lesbian, if you're a fucking insect. It doesn't matter. If you have a complex thought process and you want the best for our future, you've got to protect our children. And that's what they're not doing. Boom. That's why you started this. Nice job.
Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah, protect
this one's not as heavy, but still bullshit. Michigan school board says white people are more dangerous than animals. Okay.
Go.
This is Kesha Mainly Keschel Hamilton, not the entire school board.
What's Keschel Hamilton? Is she the person?
Kesha is on the school board.
Is Kesha like a famous singer? Because isn't there a famous artist named Kesha?
Yeah, not that
Not
one.
her.
All right.
So in December, Hamilton boldly tweeted out, "Whiteness is so evil. It manipulates, then says, I won't apologize for my dishonesty and trauma-inducing practices, and thinks you should applaud it for being honest about its ability to manipulate and be dishonest." She went on to claim, "The last thing you have to worry about is an animal. Though that could be a very real threat, more dangerous are any whites you may see on the trail. Be safe." So obviously there were some parents upset. Some parents said, "How can all kids feel safe when a physical characteristic over which they have no control are being called evil and dangerous? You're not addressing the disparities. You are adding to them by your hurtful remarks. Your words are not unifying our community. Your words are dividing our community." She doubled down on the remarks, saying, "What I understand from being a woman in this American nation, and a black woman specifically, is that sometimes others would rather I not exercise any of my rights as outlined in the Constitution. I do not apologize for exercising any of my rights." So good for her for standing by it, I
Amen.
suppose. And yeah, then it just goes on to say she's employed with Diverse Minds Consulting LLC, and she also holds the position of chair at the City of Jackson's Racial Equity Commission.
Yeah, so she's talking shit about using her platform, speaking her mind. She, no doubt in my mind, I'd bet your entire paycheck,
Fair.
which is zero. No, I'd bet an annual earnings of an average. I'd bet the average American's annual earnings that chick got told to say that. I would double that. Once I was right, I would go double or nothing. That she received some sort of payment or compensation for saying that, be it perks or quid pro quo, or if not literally direct cash for saying what she said, and then she stands there and says, whatever. It's bullshit. It's obviously bullshit. There's a lot, man. There's a lot to unpack here. I'm Go ahead, what were you gonna say?
I mean, it's obviously, I hate saying this, but they always use the argument when you say something, if somebody says something negative about the trans community or something like that, that it's dangerous to trans children because they could get bullied. How is this not, for the white children in that school, how is that not a dangerous comment? Like, I mean, it's crazy, dude, how everything has to be separated black or white. I'm so over it, dude.
Why?
So over it.
Again, it goes right back to the last conversation I had with a couple of my buddies from my Army days. People who were mentors to me, like who I loved, and friends, like a guy in the next station over, like friends of mine who know me for me, like from when I was 21 and 23 and shit, If you are a black man, a black woman, if you are a gay man, a gay woman, if you are we're moving into the children, if you are a minority of some sort, even if you're not a minority, and they're going to make you a minority because they want to divide us, you have to understand that white men are not the devil. You have to say, why are you saying that? And then you have to say, hold on a second. Are you making me a victim of a crime that I am not a victim of? And then once you say, hold the fuck on, you just lumped me into this group of people who believe this shit that most people that I know don't believe. Ask yourself at that point why. And the reason is because they're using this, dude, to take down the white man, doing the finger quotes here for the audio people, doing the air quotes, to divide us. Race is the easy. It's like the fucking masks, bro. Because you see it. Mm-hmm. Every time you see me, how can you divide from me if me and you look the same? We both have dark hair. We both have beautiful hazel eyes. You're bluey. You got hazel eyes or what?
We're both handsome gentlemen.
Handsome white men. My beard is a little curlier and longer, but I'm not on the active component.
I'll get there.
That's right. When you grow up. What differentiates me and you? Well, fucking nothing according to them. But what really differentiates me and you? We're totally different people.
Right.
Mostly opposite. The only thing we have in common is our fucking skin tone and our hair color and beautiful eyes.
And your-
stunning personalities.
Yeah.
Stunning looks, charming personality, handsome.
God, maybe we are alike. Wow.
Shit, wait a second. Are we brothers? So you ask yourself, why? Why are they doing this? And they pick these things because they are so obvious to anyone walking by, like the masks. It's like a billboard. Well, how can they divide us? Well, if I don't know you and you don't know me, odds are we're going to get along just fine until we have a reason not to. But if they divide us based on our skin color, I can automatically fucking hate you the moment I see you if you are what I'm told to hate with that skin color. You're literally a walking separated billboard of what they are trying to accomplish. It's like the masks, bro. Without the masks, there would have been no division. We all just would have been people. We wouldn't have known. Remember, there was a time where we were like, well, we know that motherfucker's a Democrat. And they were like, well, we know they're unvaccinated. Or,
Right.
you know, how do they do it? The fucking billboard, the mask. So what our communities need to understand, all communities, we've got to separate reality versus what they are giving us, the information they're giving us. And we have to say, like, just break it down to the lowest common denominator. Like, listen,
We know it's kind of deep.
this is a tough thing to talk about, and it's fucking hard, and I don't want to, and it infuriates me. But when it's all said and done, like, we have to talk about it.
This
We
is
have
why
to.
we started the podcast.
Right. This is
One
why
of the
we started the
reasons.
podcast. We started the podcast so we can talk about the things that were uncomfortable, that were hard. We've literally given it the Protect Your Purpose mission. I mean, it's a brand. We're starting a brand. We're launching a brand. There's a whole lot of cool shit coming. But our mission is to literally change the world by way of truth and protecting your purpose. We have given it a definition of standing up for what you believe in. Like, people ask, what does protect your purpose mean? It means standing up for what you believe in, even when it's scary, even when it's uncomfortable, even when faced with adversity, even when you're afraid to talk about it, or you're uncomfortable, or it sucks, or it's ugly. The ugly truths, you have to at least recognize them in order to protect them. And that's why, listen, it's a tough conversation. I hate talking about it. I'd way rather talk about success and vacations and
dark.
fun
I mean, I
shit.
told you before we came on, I was nervous about it. So I didn't know, but you're
You
right,
did.
dude. Like, we have to, it has to be talked about.
Has to be.
We love to be funny and joke around and laugh, but
This is why
sometimes
we
shit
started
just
this
isn't funny.
podcast.
Dude, and our families, our friends, like, we get together and we're not miserable people. I remember a while back, I posted something. I shared, I don't know, someone's post about how, you know, it was kind of positive, and it was kind of like, hey, this doesn't affect me as much as it affects you. I'm standing up for you type shit. And someone said, this is odd here. And I won't announce this person's name. But I was like, oh shit. That's because all I talk about is negative shit. People think that because I post these really tough conversations, and because this is what we talk about on air,
That's all you are.
that's all I am. You don't understand my real life. Like, my real life is super fucking badass. I've got some of the coolest friends on the planet. I've got everything I want. I've got the coolest people that surround me.
We're a fucking good time to hang
Right.
with.
Right. I've got everything I want. There she is. For you audio people, Lindy's doing the face where she is everything.
And you
I
got a wall full of whiskey behind her.
Dude, I do. I live the best life. What this whole shit does is scare me. It scares me that I know it's under attack, and so many people are just afraid to talk about it because they've been conditioned. They've been programmed. They've been groomed. They've been prepared. They've been educated, indoctrinated into thinking a certain way. And that is that this shit is uncomfortable, so we don't talk about it. So we self-censor. We self-silence.
Ooh,
Fuck that shit. We've got to talk about the hard stuff.
that gave me goosebumps.
And that's why we're here, man. That's why we're talking about it. So sorry for all you listeners who
This
did
one,
that.
is-
Let's move on to
Came
something,
for a good
something
time.
lighter.
this one isn't as deep. All right, it's more of a like,
Let's go. This
Yeah.
whiskey's fucking deep,
yeah,
though.
no shit.
It's really good.
Breaking:
Breaking news.
FBI official who investigated Trump ties to Russia was just arrested for illegal ties to Russian oligarch.
Shocker.
Yeah.
This is one of those. It'd be super fucking funny if it wasn't so fucking funny, you know.
Here's the biggest takeaway from this. I don't know what the rest of this says. I don't know the story.
It just talks about the dude having ties with a Russian billionaire who's got U.S. sanctions.
Everything that they accuse us of doing, they are doing themselves. It's how they, dude. It's how
That's
they
how you can tie in the Biden
desensitize.
docs.
Of course.
Hey, speaking of
They
that,
knew this. It's a plan, dude.
did you see Pence
Yep.
has docs now too?
Yep. As
So
of today.
Trump, Biden, Pence, Hillary's emails.
Somebody getting
How can you?
Obama's house.
How can you just not keep confidential stuff where it's supposed to be? We're all in the military. We've all seen confidential.
I just
Have
took
you
a
ever-
fucking cybersecurity class today.
There's gonna be a.
They
bombshell
must not
coming.
be taking those classes.
Yeah.
Because
So they're
they're too good. They don't.
no.
They need to
Listen, they're
click through those files.
desensitizing. You wonder why this is happening one after another. Like, come on, man. It's a plan. It's a plan. There's the lawyer. Did you hear the story on this? The lawyers, Biden's own lawyers are going. No,
Yeah,
no,
no, yeah.
no.
Okay.
No. Okay, that's not what.
No.
No, it's a fucking plan. They're desensitizing us. They're trying to get us used to our leaders having classified documents that they're hiding, so we could do the same thing we did when we found out that the UFOs that were considered conspiracy theories or conspiracy theorists that the fucking Navy was tracking at the Air Force or Navy. That the Navy was tracking, that they could see that, that's a photoshopped, that's made. No, they're desensitizing us. They're desensitizing us. They're doing the same thing. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what this is for, but I can tell you right now, nothing is an accident. Nothing is an accident. Everything aligns. Everything matches up to the next fucking story in the propaganda machine's release. Okay,
Which is so crazy.
Yeah.
And it's very, very, very
Yep.
hard to believe.
Trump, Biden. If I had to get, you want to know what my guess is?
They're all in on it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're
It's
all.
No,
all
can we do this? Because I want to make a guess too. Are you
All
gonna make a guess?
You want to make a guess?
Yeah.
You go first.
I think they're gonna start dirtying DeSantis so he cannot run, so Trump will get the nom and win the presidency, so our nation is more divided again. Because I think DeSantis has
So
a
you-
chance of uniting us.
Redivided.
So you think DeSantis is not a part of the plan, and Trump
I don't think he
is
is.
a part of the plan, and Trump divides, so they're going to try and get him back in office.
I think regardless of if Trump is or isn't part of the plan, I just think he's so polarized and people hate him. It doesn't matter. Him being president again is part of the plan to keep people divided. Where I think DeSantis has a chance of actually being a president that can unite people.
So if Trump is a part of their plan, then that would make sense.
He's stepping on his own dick right now, though.
Dude, that guy's been stepping on his dick since- My prediction is that it is desensitizing us to something.
Right.
What do you think that is desensitizing us to?
I think
Why would this be a play?
I know.
Go ahead.
What do you
Maggie.
think?
The end game would be communism and having us all completely brainwashed, have us all completely robots, basically, to do what the
So what you're saying is it's just a part of a grander scheme of they control the information.
Yes.
You get to do whatever the fuck you want. The rules for thee, but not for me.
Yep.
Rules applies. Communist, I'm in charge. I get to do this and you don't. So literally just saying, yeah, we steal documents. We store them in our house. We know that's illegal. Nothing you're going to do about it. Get used to it, Americans, because
Yep.
we're in control.
we're gonna act like we're gonna act like this is illegal. We're gonna nobody's gonna get
Okay.
in trouble.
Yeah. I think you might
I mean,
have it.
really, who? Hillary didn't go to jail.
I mean,
Right.
who
Trump's
has gotten
not
in
going to
trouble?
jail.
Right.
Biden's not going to go to
all
jail.
a big
Pence
show.
ain't gonna.
Well, there's some law. Like former presidents are allowed to possess classified information.
Just not in their garage. Not locked up.
Yeah, again, like it's going to get worse, progressively worse and worse and worse. Like Trump had his in a safe, in a secure room, in a secure facility, behind 4 locks. Like, and this whole FBI invade. What does it do? First of all, it divided everyone. It made everyone say, fuck you, Trump. And it made everybody else say, fuck you, Biden.
And the FBI is just there.
Dude, the
to
FBI's
play.
are a bunch of puppet machines, man.
Actually,
just do what they're
some
told.
people would say the FBI are the puppet masters. Or the CIA. Sorry, I think they say the CIA is the puppet masters, right?
Well, the WEF's the fucking puppet masters. Let's not
Yeah.
Right. So who's controlling
That's
the WEF,
another-
though?
Themselves.
Schwab, fucking.
You think they're at the very top?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
But
Well,
we didn't
there's-
even get
that's-
into
that's
that. How
not-
none of them went
there's
to.
money behind that.
That's a whole.
there's more than that.
The Federal Reserve is what some people say controls everything. That's
man,
what
it's fucking-
Doctor was saying.
Oh, Ben Tapper?
Nope.
Dr.
Oh,
Tapper.
DBT. Yeah.
Dude, what did you think of that Tapper episode? I've had a lot of people reach out.
We
Talking
have had a
about
lot of
Tapper.
people reach out.
Tapper told us, though, he was Dr. Ben Tapper. I shouldn't call him Tapper.
Show some respect.
Show some damn
Put some
respect.
respect
Yeah, I
on
mean,
it.
he's a very well decorated. He's a fucking freedom fighter, number
And
one.
he's back
a
on
patriot.
Twitter.
He's back on Twitter. Go follow Dr. Ben Tapper. Anyway, super sharp guy, super impactful. I've had more people
Amazing beard.
reach out, and Kyle Casper Bauer's episode did really well too, as far as people reaching out saying, "Hey, I'm watching this because of the knowledge, the experience, the value add that we provided."
We got some more in the queue that'll hopefully.
And yeah, we got plenty more in the queue.
I mean, we came out hot with Tapper, Dr. Ben Tapper, though. So.
Yeah, but that was how we wanted to come down because his
Celebrity.
mission aligns, you
Yeah.
know, and Kyle's too, you know, wellness and mental strength, physical strength. All right, what were we talking about? What was our topic? Yeah, I think it's a play. I think Kamala Harris is the. I think she's gonna be. I said it. We went out to dinner
You've said it.
since the very beginning. I
She's
think
gonna
they're
be
gonna.
president
I
soon?
think she's gonna try. They're gonna try and make her the president.
Mhm.
Yep. I think they're gonna try and make her the president.
That
She
was
couldn't-
going to be my. I mean, Lindy went way far conspiracy. Like,
yeah, you might have given us the
communism.
best answer. Like it
Yeah.
might just be.
Mine
a,
was
hey,
just going to be they want Kamala Harris to be president.
Did you call her Camilla?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God.
He did.
I don't even know that I've ever even heard her name pronounced. Like, what is her name? What is her name?
Kamala.
Kamala?
Carmela?
Is it Carmela? Is it Kamala?
Camila.
It's not
Camila.
Carmela.
Camila.
You're not calling her Camila.
Cabela? Camila Cabela?
Kamala. Guys.
Kamala. Kamala.
It's not
Kamala.
Oh, how?
Kamala.
Kamala, tell us what your name is.
How do you pronounce
Oh, you're googling this right now.
Camila
Oh, yeah,
Harris?
dude. The
Camila,
voicing.
you say
Camellia. You say Camila, I can say Kamala.
I don't. What an insult to our vice
And
president.
that's the intro right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Kamala.
Have her say
Kamala. It's Kamala.
Kamala.
How do
She
you-
says it
Kamala.
multiple ways too. She has-
Kamala. I
Tuck-
looked it up, dude.
what is it?
Google says Kamala. Kamala.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Ma.
Oh,
M-U-H.
you guys are the worst.
Kamala.
It says Ma.
Kamala.
First of all, Tucker does this
Oh,
whole
yeah.
bit on her where basically he's like, she doesn't even know. She's calling people racist for not being able to pronounce her name right. And then he's got her like in 3 different types of pronunciation of her own name from 3 different settings. Like he's like, she doesn't know how to pronounce her own name. Which way do we
She
pronounce
says
it?
her name differently?
Yeah, she says her name differently. Okay, regardless of how we pronounce Kamala Harris's name or Kamala or
Kamala.
Camellia.
Kamala.
Kamala. You called her Camellia?
You called her
Camila.
Carmela.
Camila?
Carmela. I was just being
How do you pronounce her? How do you say her name?
Kamala.
No. How do you say her name? Not how does fucking
I said
Google it.
Kamala.
Kamala. And how do you say it?
Kamala.
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 And you're laughing at it. I say Kamala Harris. Kamala.
Oh, because I Googled it and that's what it said it
no,
was?
I say Kamala.
No.
Kamala.
Kamala.
I say Kamala.
Ka.
So
Ka.
you busted me out for trying to take your shit. It's not even the same.
It's not even my shit.
I say
Google's
Kamala.
probably wrong.
And I don't know if I'm right. And most importantly,
Kamala.
I've never had so little respect for a presidential for the Oval Office. After 22 years of meritorious service in the United States Army, 21 really, of meritorious service in the United States Army, being a true patriot, someone who has been willing to die for our freedom, die for our office, die at the officers appointed over me, die at the orders of the President of the United States, die for our flag, die for our country, die for our freedom. Literally, I made that decision. I knew that was my decision when I made it, and I was willing to do it. I always respected the office. Even when Obama was in office, even when Trump, didn't matter. I would call them my president. It was what it was. I believe this presidency is the biggest sham, the biggest farce, I believe I see it through a lens that I've never seen it before. And the studio performance couldn't be any different than this podcast.
You can get real deep in some rabbit holes on fucking Joe Biden and his.
Dude,
They
it's
think
an
it's a different
act. It's a
person.
fucking stage. Yeah, and we look at the new technology with AI and these deep fakes. You can't tell the difference. Only the conspiracy theorists can tell the difference.
Writing the president's speech.
Oh man.
Oh, for sure. It already
got
does.
heavy today.
All right. Well, listen. Appreciate everyone listening. I think that's it, right? I stretched that topic. Hopefully, Ian can make some magic out of this. Anyway, I stretched
We'll
that topic.
see.
I appreciate everyone for listening. Thanks for taking your time to listen to us talk that bullshit. We appreciate you. And as always, find your purpose, serve your purpose, and protect your purpose, people. Love you.
And subscribe.
And subscribe.
Do that too.
Follow.
Whatever.
Share.